A community group at Two Cities is really important because it's your group of people in which you can get connected with. So even if I'm in a room with 1,000 people, I'm just so thankful I have the opportunity to go and see 5 to 10 faces of people that I am in a great relationship with and I can know on a much more personal level.
So when we first came to Two Cities, we were introduced to the idea of a community group just being with other believers in Christ and just being in a close-knit community and having deeper relationships with a few people within the church. We got plugged into a group and we were in that group for 2 years and then started leading another group, and we just learned the value of having deep, meaningful relationships with these people, accountability, doing mission and ministry with these people. And one of my favorite things about community group is just having other women who are in the same season of life as me, having other moms of young children, just getting to relate to each other and how we're discipling our children and just helping them grow and serve our family. It hasn't just affected our Tuesday nights, it's changed our lives. It's changed our kids' lives.
We spend the first 45 minutes to an hour just catching up for the week, getting to know people, having our small talk and catching up and being able just to enjoy each other's company without feeling like we have to rush into the discussion time. But then we go and we dive into the actual discussion portion of what community group is.
I really appreciate how Two Cities is intentional in providing a sermon-guided discussion so that we are purposefully discussing what was preached on that past Sunday, so that we are intentionally plugged into what everyone in the church is discussing. And then we will move into a time of prayer. So we'll share prayer requests from that week, and we're able to follow up on how we see those prayer requests answered from week to week within our community group.
One of the things I appreciate most about community group is it's just an awesome opportunity to be vulnerable with the people around us. It's a place to open up our hearts and our minds and say, hey, look, this is what's challenging to me from that sermon. I don't understand this. Does anybody have any input or can help me understand this more? Or something where they're saying, this was really convicting and I've been able to take these steps and I've seen it help my walk with Christ a whole lot because of X, Y, and Z. Simply put, we are made for community. So in order to do our part as a Christian and walk well in this broken world that is full of sin and temptation, to do that on your own is just so difficult. But as Christians, to have relationships where you're surrounding yourself with other people whose hope is in Christ, whose hope is in the gospel and the things of the kingdom, ultimately, that's where these relationships and true accountability and discipleship can happen.
When hard times strike, like suffering, you have someone that you can call that will understand and that will point you to Christ. And just a group of people that have the same values and vision for their life is just so valuable.